Welcome to our usual hovers. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and today I'm playing for the game Tentador Leches, where it's time for us to encounter our new milkman. Thank you for signing up for milk delivery with Meadow Farms Milk Distribution. Who is this order for? Of course, it's for Miss Meek. I require my daily dose of milk, thank you very much. Given your neighbourhood, you'll be added to our delivery man Mr. Sterling's existing route. You can expect him around 6 a.m. Oh, that's very early. I don't have to be awake for the delivery, do I? Thank you for your business, Miss Meek. There are a lot of rumours about the local milkman. In a small town like this, it's inevitable that there's a little bit of gossip about everyone. But there's something about the white-haired milkman that just gets people's imaginations going. Maybe it's because of how private he is about his home life and his wife. I say wife with that tone because despite living in this town for several years now, Corley Sterling is the only one of the young couple to ever leave that little house they brought together. Some people doubt she exists at all, and while there are many theories about that, most people are agreed about one thing. The man is attractive, but a complete airhead. I don't think her never leaving the house is a reason for her not to exist. If I didn't have to leave the house and go to work, I would never do it. I mean, what do I need to leave the house for? I can get food brought to me, I've got my horror games. It's the perfect existence. And because of this fact, many people believe him to be a seducer of some kind. Many a housewife, and rumouredly some bachelors, have flirted with the man in hopes of testing this theory, and potentially having some scandalous fun with him as well. I'm not that sort of person. But I'll admit to a polite curiosity about the man. I'm not getting my hopes up for anything, but I'm looking forward to meeting him and finding out just how many of the rumours about him are true. Right on cue this morning, I hear a knock at the door. Before he can set the milk down and go, I open the door. Oh, good morning, Miss Meek. I didn't know if you were an early riser or not. Good to know, though. I always like to introduce myself to new customers. My name is Corley Sterling, and I'm your new milkman. So long as you don't complain to my boss or something. We said we were curious about the rumours, right? So maybe flirting is the way to go. Let's do it. Oh, they were right. You are handsome. I wondered if the rumours were just exaggerated. Huh? The milkman's posture suddenly goes rigid, caught off guard by the blunt compliment. You know, I can kind of see what'd make him uncomfortable. I mean, if it's common knowledge that he's married, it can't be a good time just to have people randomly flirt with you, especially while you're on the job. Oh, I do apologise, Corley. It takes him a moment to regain his composure. Well, thank you. My wife thinks so too. I mean, I hope so anyway. Not always, but usually. I mean, she's sick, so I haven't been able to ask recently. But any criticisms of how I look were said in good faith, you know? She just wants me to be my best. Sorry about that. That was probably too much. I should have just said I'm married. Corley, are you okay? Blink twice if you need help. Yikes. Oh, that's actually an option. Oh, and also criticising his wife. I'll do that on the second run. Let's just ask him if he's okay. Are you okay, Mr. Sterling? Yeah, I'm alright. Sorry, I've never been very good at taking compliments. Well, that's alright. We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I'd really rather not if it's okay with you. We can still talk about whatever else, though. Sure, let's see. So, have you always worked as a milkman? You seem kind of young, but people talk about you as if you've been their milkman for years. Well, I've lived here for about 3 years and got the job right away. So yeah, I guess as far as this town goes, I've always worked as a milkman. Do you like the work? Of course. I'm really a people person, you see. So I love having a job that lets me meet and get to know so many of my neighbours. There are some little drawbacks too, but nothing really all that serious. What? Like people randomly flirting with you? What kind of drawbacks? Given that he seems to be kind of a chatterbox, I realize now that I really only have to ask him questions to get him talking. Maybe if I get him on a roll, I can chance asking him some more prying quick things. Well, nothing too serious. Just little things like how I have to remember a lot of stuff, and how a lot of people knowing me means a lot more people than normal mentioning me to each other. I mean, I understand. It's a close-knit community. People are going to gossip, but sometimes I feel if I didn't stick out like a sore thumb, that I'd have less people telling lies about me, or making assumptions about my life. Ah, you're just talking about the fact that you think your wife doesn't exist. I know what the assumptions are, so I'll just say, why don't they ask you about the gossip? Why not just ask you about the rumors? It's a little rude, but it's not as bad as spreading something that might be a lie. And if anyone would know the truth, it would be you. How altruistic of you, Miss Meek. I would appreciate it if people just brought this sort of thing to my attention, especially if it's something that might make people dislike me. I take it from his response that the gossip he means isn't secret affairs. People must be saying other things about him, though I can't imagine it being anything too negative. Who could find something mean to say about Cooley, other than insulting his intelligence? Have you ever thought about doing something else, if this job causes so many rumors to be said about you? I wouldn't say the job itself causes the problem. Maybe it makes it spread a little further is all. But it's not like I grew up wanting to be a milkman. Of course I wanted other jobs. At one time, I wanted to be a jeweler. I learned some simple things, but it's just not practical for someone with no startup money. I have more savings than I did back then in my early 20s. But I'm still paying off my house, and have to make sure to keep emergency funds for Venus. Venus? That's a pretty strange name. So is Cooley though. Well, it's not her birth name. When we got married, we chose new names for each other. She wanted us to have striking names like a pair of movie stars, hence the change. It's really too bad that we never made it to Hollywood, but it was still symbolic and knew us for our new life together. So romantic. So did you change your names on like all the legal files? Because that would be a lot of work. She was named after a dog. Maybe I'll save that answer for when we're insulting the wife. I'll just say she's named after a goddess. You named her after a goddess? Yep, after the goddess of beauty. She's the most beautiful, amazing woman I've ever met. We may have married young, but I know how lucky I am. I've never met anyone so radiant for as long as I've lived. Aww, that's kind of sweet. I'm also surprised a silly man like Cooley would know words like radiant or about Roman gods. I'm sure she really enjoys the name then. It's a very flattering choice. Wait, are we gonna learn the backstory of why you're named Cooley then? What was her reasoning? Well, she kept it, so I certainly hope so. Anyway, specifics about names aren't really important. My point is just that I need a stable job more than I need a fun job. And this job is enjoyable enough. It keeps me and Venus fed and lets me set a little aside for her medical expenses. Right, that's very practical of you, so you're probably right. A few rumors never hurt anyone that badly anyway. Right. I can see some damage coming from these rumors. I mean, if they're so confident that the wife doesn't exist, suppose they broke into the house or something. That could just end badly. Well, I really should get going, miss. Lots of deliveries to get to. Here's your milk. I'll let you get back to that. It was very nice meeting you, Mr. Sterling. It was nice meeting you too. I'm looking forward to seeing you each morning. Have a nice day. Wait, did I just get signed up to wake up early every single day? For all my wanting to pry, it just turned out that Cooley was a nice man. A little strange, yes, but nice all the same. I didn't find out all that I wanted to know, but I'm glad that I decided to meet him anyway. Maybe I've even found a friend. The next morning, I get up early again, awake early once more. I find myself looking forward to seeing Cooley again today. When the knock at the door finally comes, I'm quick to answer. Oh, good morning! You were quick today. Yes, I was waiting for you, right behind the door. Good morning, Cooley. Was I? I suppose I'm just more awake today. Already had my coffee. Without any milk, you'll have me out of work. But I'm actually glad you're up. I have something special in the cart for you today. Here's your milk, and I'll be right back with it. Oh, all right. Cooley heads back out to his little moped bike with the cart on the back. I can hear him unwrapping something before he returns. Ooh, cookies! I made these for you. I don't remember if I mentioned it yesterday, but I do a lot of baking at home, and I thought it would be nice to bring my new friend a sweet surprise. I hope you like chocolate chip. Oh, my favorite. And it goes brilliantly with milk. I greatly approve. Oh, Cooley, that's very sweet of you, actually. Thank you. So, you like them? I take one off the top of the plate to try. It's absolutely heavenly. Oh, yeah, they're very good. Are you going to leave the plate with me too? Yeah, keep it as long as you need. I'll be seeing you each morning anyway, so you can give it back whenever you're done with it. Cooley looks absolutely thrilled as I accept the plate of cookies from his hands. I hope you really do like them and aren't just saying it to spare my feelings. I got chewed out a little for talking so long yesterday, so I need to get going on my deliveries. But maybe we can talk some more time when I'm not working. Of course. Maybe if you come back later, we can share the cookies over some tea. Oh, I'd love that. Thanks. I'll see you later then. Bye, Meek. As Cooley leaves, I have another cookie, thinking about how quickly he warmed up to me. People said he was friendly, but I'm somewhat hopeful that this is more than just cordial platitudes from a nice man. I think he genuinely wants a friend. Hopefully, I can be that for him. He seems like he could use one. Oh, I got the good end! Milk and cookies. If I just insult his wife, do I get murdered? Alright, so what would happen if I just insult his wife? Your wife sounds awful. Your wife sounds awful, Cooley. She should be nicer to you. Hey, don't talk about her that way. Did I really make her sound that bad? She's wonderful, I promise. Maybe that was a little blunt, but it sounds like she really has you stressing about your looks. I stress about everything. Don't blame it on her just because I'm not well balanced. His grip on the lock of hair he keeps playing with tightens some more. It looks like he really doesn't like talking about this. And anyway, she makes me really happy. She's the love of my life, the sun in my sky, my better half in every way. She's so beautiful and talented. If not for her health issues, I bet she'd be a famous movie star by now. He seems to mean what he says. The relationship definitely doesn't sound normal if he idolizes her this much and she gives him crap about his looks of all things. Not to overstep, Mr. Sterling, but why is she so critical of you if your marriage is so good? That's very much overstepping, actually. But if you're gonna pry away, I'm just kind of screw-up. She got a lot to be frustrated with, but she loves me enough that she stays with me anyway. I'd appreciate it if we didn't talk about her like that. You don't even know her. What if it's plot twist? What was if we, Cooley kidnapped her, and that's why no one ever sees her and why she was always insulting him? Cooley's obsessed with her, and she hates him. How can her not liking the way you look be your fault? I've heard a lot of people tell me about how handsome you are, you know? What do you mean, a lot of people? that many people talk about me? Oops. I would have bet money that he knew about what people would say about him. But it looks like the rumors of his obliviousness are more true than those about him being some kind of homewrecker. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are attracted to you. I guess I should be flattered, but do people really have so little respect for my marriage? This does explain why the doctor's compliments are so relentless. I was accused once of lying about having a wife, you know? I just don't get it. Is it because I'm nice to people? I could be nice to people without wanting to sleep with them. It used to be the opposite. Before my wife fell ill, men were constantly giving her attention. It was like I didn't even exist. I mean, did you exist in her eyes? But I at least understood that better. She's a goddess, and I'm kind of shrimpy and unintimidating. And she always had to tell me what to do. They probably felt sorry for her having to put up with me. I don't really blame them. I'm so lucky she's stuck with me. It sounds more like he's stuck with her than she's sticking with him. But he is a little bit strange. I don't think he has said one normal sounding thing about her. You know what? We're gonna press about his wife. It sounds like things are pretty bad at home, huh? You're awfully dodgy about it. Speak of her illness too. Is she really ill, or is that you guys having relationship troubles? And you don't want to talk about it. I can understand being reluctant to admitting to filing for divorce. Oh, please, miss, this is so inappropriate. I'm shocked at you. Nobody is getting a divorce. She's very sick and needs my care anyway. And even if she did want to leave me, I would be grateful just to take care of her, even if it means seeing her with another man. Which, there is no other man before you jump to that, nosy Rosie. I only mean this hypothetically. He's all worked up now. His grip on that hair is getting tighter. Actually, you know what? I just noticed the time. I really need to be getting back to my deliveries. Please, take your milk, Miss Meek. I need to leave. I reluctantly take my milk from him. The tension in his fingers are visible even as he lets go of the bottle. His hand curls right back into a tense fist. He is awfully eager to leave all of a sudden. Now that I question his story about his sick wife, he's obviously hiding something. Huh! Thank you for buying from Meadow Farms Milk Distribution. I hope you have a nice day. Is she dead? I was wondering this. Oops. What? Whoa. That was more reaction than I was expecting. He smiles, as if he didn't just tear out a tuft of his own hair. I said, is she dead? You're so cagey about it. Did she pass away from her illness? Or perhaps you put her out of her misery? You're sick. Horrible. How dare you wish harm on Venus? She is... You've got a disgusting sense of humor. I wasn't joking, or wishing for it to happen to her, but you're acting really weird. It's suspicious. I would never harm her. I'd sooner chew off my own fingers. My life is meaningless without her. I love her. I love her more than anything. Do you know what that's like? Loving anything other than yourself. Heartless. I find it hard to believe you ever have, because you're heartless. He's practically trembling. I'm starting to get a little nervous he's about to do something. Perhaps I spoke a little out of line, but his reaction is verging on a nervous breakdown. I mean, plenty of people have treated me terribly in this town. In plenty of towns. I can live with it. Who cares? But to actually accuse me of killing my wife. Very funny, Miss Meek. Very impressive. You're so cool and tough, making jokes at the expense of a sick woman whose lousy husband is the only one to take care of her. His voice cracks with his fake laugh. I'm unsure whether he's on the brink of violence or throwing up. Either way, I take a step back. He notices. You weren't supposed to approach. What's wrong? Are you uncomfortable? Good! We're on the same page then, finally! You make me sick. I think I upset him. I'm so sorry. That was uncalled for. Whoa. Please don't tell my boss about all that. It was just a misunderstanding. Well, it wasn't a misunderstanding. Thanks. Now I have a lot of deliveries to get to, so I had better get going. Have a nice day, Miss Meek. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm still not convinced I'm not about to be murdered. That was a very unsettling experience. I considered the idea of calling to cancel my delivery service, but Corley seems kind of unhinged. I'm more unnerved at the idea he knows where I live if I get him fired than I am with him just leaving milk on my doorstep. I decided to just forget about all the strange rumors about the milkman, as clearly in this case, fact is stranger than fiction. I would highly recommend we don't drink the milk though. I head back into the kitchen with my milk to put it away. I have no appetite to make anything for breakfast to have it with after that. A knock wakes me from my peaceful sleep. I turn in my bed to look at the window. My curtains are drawn, but through the sliver of glass I can see between them. I still see stars in the sky. Reluctantly, I turn to my bedside table and switch on the lamp. I see that it's currently 4 a.m. The knock comes again. It's tempting to just roll over and go back to sleep. I can't though. Someone is at my door so early in the morning. It must be something important, right? I sigh softly and get up out of bed, slipping my housecoat on over my pajamas and going to the front door to answer it. I feel like we just made a horrible decision. Hello? Things are quiet for a moment before a person steps into the light of the doorway. Good morning, Miss Meek. Mr. Sterling? I suppose it is technically morning, yes, but do you have any idea what time it is? The sun isn't even up yet. I groggily frown at the milkman for his intrusion and reach out to take the milk bottle from his hand, wanting him to get out and go away so I can go back to sleep. Sorry about that. I guess I got through breakfast too fast today. You look really tired. Oh, go figure. Someone waking me up at 4 a.m. and thinks I look tired. That's because I am, Cooley. You just woke me up. I would probably have only slept another hour and a half, but it's still very annoying to be woken from a nice deep sleep. Oops, I'm sorry about that. But on the bright side, you know what helps a lot of people to get to sleep? Warm milk. In my tired state, I do somewhat question Cooley's return to his upbeat self, but mostly I find it annoying. Great. Well, thanks for the milk. I'm going back to bed. Drink it. Excuse me? I said, drink it. Please. The strangeness of the situation hits me like a ton of bricks. Why do you want me to drink it? Because I delivered it, of course. I didn't get a chance yesterday to ask you how you liked it. So you want me to drink the milk right now? Wait, you've already gave me a milk yesterday, so I could just answer if I liked it or not straight out. I don't have to drink your potentially poisoned milk. Yes. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll taste it with my breakfast later today and just tell you what I thought when you come by tomorrow. Come on, just drink it. It's a special delivery. He's acting weird again. I don't like this. I pop off the replaceable cap of the bottle. He's clearly watching me in anticipation of taking a drink. I look down to check the contents instead. What the hell? Christ, I see some white hairs in the milk. And on closer inspection, an out-of-place smear of red floating in the white milk. You put your own hair in there? Well? Aren't you going to drink it? Corley, I really hoped that you would, you know. I went very far out of my way. I just couldn't wait for my regular route either. This was on my mind so I couldn't sleep. I'm not drinking it, Cooley. Cooley, this is revolting. What is this? What are you trying to pull? I'm not trying to pull anything. I'm just trying to fix what happened yesterday. Fix it? What the hell does that even mean? Well, we were having so much trouble yesterday getting on the same page. I think it's just because you're a stranger, but you wanted to get personal with me so quickly. So, I thought about it, and I realized you weren't actually trying to be mean. I felt so bad about it afterward. I never lose my temper like that. The problem was just that you and I had trouble seeing eye to eye. You can't imagine being in my situation. You can't relate to me. It's not really fair of me to expect you to understand me as a person so quickly anyway. My situation is a very unusual one. Cooley, that's not the problem here. He ignores me and continues speaking. So, I realized while thinking it over that you just needed to be closer to me to know what I was going through. That's why I've given you a part of me. So drink it. I don't want to drink it. Oh, I've got no choice. Are we really gonna drink hair? This whole situation is just too much. I don't want to deal with the aftermath of whatever reaction Cooley would have to a refusal. Especially when it's still dark out, the neighbors are still asleep. Reluctantly and with disgust written all over my face, I raise the bottle to take the quickest swig of it I can. I can barely hold back a gagging sound at the feeling of hair fibers on my tongue. I force a smile for Cooley, hoping he is satisfied. See, that was so easy. Hopefully now that I'm part of you, we can get along better. Yeah. I feel so much better. I should get going to pick up the deliveries for everyone else for today. I'll be sure and bring you a spare bottle when I come back later. See you around, Miss Meek. I wait for a moment to be sure he's gone before closing the door and locking it. That was the single most bizarre and terrible experience of my life. I can't even get to sleep afterward. I dump the tainted milk down the drain, tempted to throw away the bottle as well. But the bottles are collected to be reused, and I don't want even more trouble. I don't want to cancel my service and draw suspicion to myself. It looks like all I can do is pretend nothing happened and ensure I'm never up to see the milkman when he delivers my milk. Bad end. Rotten milk. I mean, is it rotten milk? Well, I'm pretty sure I just got a blood infection. So why don't we try one of the other side routes, so... Oh wait, maybe this one's the flirt one. Are you here to give me your milk? Well, it's your milk. You paid for it. Or do you mean like I work for the dairy farm? I'm just the delivery guy. But I can promise you it's really good quality milk. I even special order buttermilk from them from time to time for my baking. Well, he's certainly sweet. So at least he has that going for him. It was a double entendre, Cooley. I meant the milk you're delivering and something else. He just needs a little help to get it. Double entendre? I think I've heard that phrase before. It's Italian, right? Are you Italian? Jesus. You know, we have quite a few Italian residents here in town. I was surprised. But I guess it's not a terribly far shot from New York to here, and a lot of the Italian folks I've met are from there. But I also know a man all the way from France. I think it's nifty people from so far away would settle down in our little town. When people call him an airhead, they really weren't kidding, were they? Clearly I'm getting nowhere being subtle. Are you trying to get cute with me? Because you're already cute, but this playing dumb is not. Playing dumb about what? Why are you mad at me? I'm not mad. I just want you to pay attention and not go off on some tangent when I'm here casting eyes at you. I thought we agreed we weren't that kind of person. He stares at me blankly for a moment. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think I remember a fairy tale when I was a kid that used that phrase. Like, the mum was yelling at her son because she told him to cast eyes at someone, and he went and threw sheep eyes at a girl. That can't be right, right? God, he's just so dumb. If he's going to feign ignorance, I'll have to push the matter myself. Oh, seduction! Okay, let's see if we can do this. I lean against the doorway with my hand on my hip. Well, Mr. Sterling, I see you're the type of man who likes to play games. I do, but what makes you say that? And because of how you toy with my feelings. Oh, no, did I say something rude? Okay, do we want to say he's being naughty or he was so hot it's criminal? You know what? You're being naughty for not understanding my really awful flirting. As a matter of fact, you've been very naughty. I think you need to be punished. Miss Meek, are you? Hush, Cooley. I'm in charge here. I tell you when to talk. He looks like he's at a loss for words. He is never going to deliver milk to us again. That's good, especially since he hasn't run off yet. That's better. Now listen up, Mr. Sterling. Because even though you've been bad, I'm happy to see you here in your uniform. I mean, you're right, the little cow is adorable. You can speak now. Uh-huh. So, why are you happy about my uniform? Wait, because I want to see shoe marks? Wait, I don't even get that one. I get the white stains easily. Is it basically saying the same thing? Oh, maybe if I click it, it'll explain it to me. Because I want to see shoe marks. Because I want to see the marks my shoes leave when I step. Oh! Oh, we want to step on him now. Okay. Oh no. I'm sorry, Sterling. Well, I don't think you know what you're saying when you say things like that. It would be easy to, misconstrue. His ears look a little red despite his best attempts to hide it. I wonder if he really doesn't get what I'm talking about, or if he is just playing coy with me. He has already proven himself to be a little dense, so it's not impossible. And besides, I hope your shoes weren't dirty. I do my best to look really clean, since my clothes are so white. Nobody would want to take their food from a dirty milkman. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to click either of these options. Oh, clearly he's not a dirty milkman. I mean, he is far too innocent. Oh, but I want milk from a dirty milkman apparently. I want milk from a dirty milkman. Oh, you shouldn't. It's unsanitary. Milk is really easy to contaminate. It has to go through a lot of processes just to be safe to drink in the first place. Oh, I know how easy it is to contaminate. I've already experienced your hair. Ugh. I meant your milk. Yours, specifically. Don't you get it? Oh! Gosh, you're right. I've still got your milk. We've been chattering here for so long. It's probably going to get warm. Here you go. He hardly even bats an eye as he hands over the milk. The guy is so hard to read. Actually, speaking of warm milk, I should probably get going. I have a lot of deliveries to get to. I think my seduction failed. Defeated, I simply crossed my arms with the milk bottle in one hand. Damn. Yeah, well, it was nice to meet you, Cooley. Oh, yeah. It was really, to meet you too. Well, that was odd. I didn't really find out what I wanted to know, but I suppose I can ask him more next time he comes. Though I'm up early again this morning, I realised after some time that no knock came at the door, as I had yesterday. Have I been weird enough that I've actually scared Cooley off? After some time, I go to check the door, peering up and down the street for any sign of the milkman. As I do, my toe up the slipper nearly bumps my bottle off the front step. Ah, I guess I missed him. I pick up my bottle and bring it back to the kitchen. It takes me a couple of early mornings to realize that Cooley seems to have changed his route to deliberately avoid talking to me. I know I was a little pushy, but how delicate is he that that's all it took to make him not want to face me? Well, he is married, and we kind of disrespected that by just heavily flirting with him. Wasn't even good flirting. How irritating. Bad end. The spoiled milk. I'm guessing our last ending then is just to go the normal route of nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Cooley. I've heard about you around town. It looks like you're as friendly as they say you are. Well, I really hope so. I'm the first person a lot of people see in their day, so I don't want to start them off on a bad foot. You mean the wrong foot? Is that how the saying goes? Huh, I guess I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Wait, is it wrong? Can it work either way? But you catch my meaning, right? It's so important to start your day off right. Going into a hard day is so much harder if you don't get to start with a good attitude. I'm not entirely sure what he's talking about now. I have heard that he's a real chatterbox though, so maybe this is a par for the course. Hey, he's not being a chatterbox. He's just saying he's trying to get people to start off on a good day by being nice to them. I mean, I've never talked badly to my neighbors, so I don't mean anything negative by this. But a lot of people in this town have a sort of gloomy outlook. I can't claim to know their problems, but I'm sure they have their reasons. It's a little sad when you think about it. Maybe it's the gloomy weather. We had a lot of sunny days back when I'm from, but I guess you're used to things being this cloudy. It wouldn't show as much, right? It would be nice if the milk dispensary let me deliver cookies or something with the milk to help make people's mornings a little nicer. But I guess if people ate cookies every day with their breakfast, it would be bad for their teeth and they'd just be unhappy all over again. I guess if it were something as simple as that though, it would be already be fixed. People don't just wake up and decide to be in a bad mood after all. I just noticed since I get to see a good portion of the town every morning that some people have more of a tendency toward it than others. Good lord, is he still talking? What about you, Miss Meek? Would you consider yourself Okay, I'm always up at sunrise, that's a lie. I sleep whenever I have the chance. I don't like waking up at all. See, with me, I don't think it's like I want to sleep all the time. It's just, I don't like waking up at all. So yes, I want to sleep all the time. Oh, we seem to have concerned him. Looks like he didn't find it funny. You shouldn't say things like that, you know, it's bad luck. Waking up can be hard, but things can always be worse. So I should be glad to get up because things could be worse? Yeah, you should be glad to be awake in case there came a day you couldn't wake up. That's, Somewhere along the line, things have gotten a little deeper in with the milkman than I wanted them to get. But it does make me wonder about the rumors. He's such an upbeat guy. Maybe he's a widower trying to cover up his grief? I'd better tread more carefully with dark humor, unless I want to go upsetting him. You know, you're different from what I expected. What do you mean? What are you expecting from me? Did I do something wrong? How honest to be in this situation. You seem a little sensitive right now. Well, I did hear you were a seducer. Let's mention it. Are you trying to get cute with me? Because you're already cute. That this playing dumb is not. Oh, have I just put myself back on the seduction route? Alright, we'll do our seduction again. Suppose we just do all the opposite answers this time. So, you're now hottest criminal. No, but you're so hot that it's illegal. I'm going to have to bring you in and handcuff you. Why do you have handcuffs? Are you a police officer? No, they're sexy handcuffs. Oh, I get it. You're telling a joke. Okay, so what makes a pair of handcuffs sexier than other handcuffs? It wasn't a joke, it was... Never mind. His head is thicker than any other part of him. You know, it's too bad they have you in a white uniform. Huh? Why? Because white stains easily. Okay. I'm not sure what you think I'd get on it, but I take really good care of my uniform. My boss would kill me if I ran around giving the company a bad name by looking grubby. I mean, people always understand some little spots here and there, since I am riding around outside, but I still do my best not to let anything soil it. Nobody would want to take their food from a dirty milkman. Okay, you already are a dirty milkman, aren't you? You're just dirty in a different way. Hard to say. I don't think you know me well enough to know for sure. Wow, that was very nearly an answer. Maybe we're getting somewhere. Or maybe he realized the rumors about him are very exaggerated for me to think this would work. Well, I would love to get to know you more personally. Intimately, even. Would you, though? You kind of seem like you only got one thing on your mind to me. It's not the only thing I have in mind, but it seems it finally caught your attention. I mean, getting my attention is one way of putting it. I think I get the gist of what you're trying to say, but honestly, I'm super lost right now. God damn it. In fact, it's pretty embarrassing. So I think I'm just going to give you your milk and get on with my deliveries, if that's okay. Youch! That one really stings. I didn't think he was capable of it. Fine, give me the milk. But hey, I like your confidence at least. Good luck with all that. I get it already. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Sterling. Oh yeah, it was really nice to meet you too. Wow, that was odd. I didn't really find out what I wanted to know, but I suppose I can ask him some more next time he comes. I mean, I'll definitely remember this introduction, but I should remind you, I'm married. Not that I'm not flattered, but I just really, really love my wife, and I would never do anything to jeopardize that. I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings. Of course not. I completely understand. You don't know how glad I am to hear that. I understand that. Oh, do we want to go yonder way or try to charm him? I just have to be your wife. To have you, obviously. That's not funny. Anyway, there's your milk, I guess. I have other places to go now. Jeez, was it something I said? I'm gonna scare him off again, haven't I? I should have tried to charm him. Well, it was nice to meet you, Cooley. Let's meet again. Oh, yeah. It was, really to meet you too. Yeah, that's gonna be the one where he's just, spoiled, right? Okay, we're gonna go try the other one. Well, I can only have you in my dreams. I respect your wife. It looks like the only place we can be together is in my dreams. I'll see you there. Oh, that's surprisingly romantic. Keep practicing with lines like that, and you'll find yourself a swingle sweetheart in no time. I mean it. You might need to work on your choices, picking me of all people, but you do seem very nice. I'm sure you'll find someone. Getting this level of reaction out of Cooley is honestly satisfaction enough. I'm not going to tell anyone about this, obviously, but I realize I found a certain little thrill in this. I set out to meet this mysterious romantic milkman, only to very forwardly flirt with a man I know to be married. What scandalous fun. Well, this has been a nice talk, but I really do have to get to the rest of my deliveries. Cooley hands me the bottle of milk and I accept it. Our hands touch briefly, and I notice he's very warm. I wonder if he's always like that. I'll see you tomorrow, Miss Meek. See you tomorrow, Cooley. And off he goes to continue on his route. I didn't quite get what I expected from the meeting with the milkman, but I came about as close as possible, I think. And it was very fun. I think I'll be looking forward to talking more with Cooley, and lucky me that he comes every day. Good end. Just Peachy. Hey, we've got them all. We never did learn about that wife, though. I think she is dead. Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Tentador Leches. I'm still convinced that ending might have potentially killed us. I mean, you put blood into the milk, and there's all kind of infections. If you enjoyed that playthrough, I'd really appreciate you subscribe to this channel. But other than that, it was a spooky day, and I'll catch you next time, guys.